UNDP as we know it today began in 1966, building on a previous fund and a previous program of the UN for development. It was a different world. There were many very, very low income countries. Fast forward to where we are in 2016, we're within grasp in the next decade of seeing the number of low income countries fall hugely.
We started an organization called Women in Development. I was very interested in making sure that half of humanity was recognized aggressively. The other project that I felt very proud of was the Human Development Report. Mahbub el-Haq had the vision of taking the data from all over the UN and pulling it together and comparing one nation to another.
I came from an environmental background and we were preaching sustainable development. So we sat down one day and we cooked up sustainable human development as the mantra for our agency and went about breathing life into this new concept and developing focus areas. What we emerged with was sort of a three-part area of focus: poverty, environment, and governance.
One has to start in terms of successes with the Millennium Development Goals. These MDGs became the central narrative of development and led to the extraordinary redeployment of debt relief, of government prioritized spending, as well as development resources behind these goals. And the results speak for themselves, that uneven, yes, across the world, but more than a halving of the portion of those living in poverty, and just huge development strides they did by the end of a lot of buy-in from civil society and others, which probably were the biggest transformation that we were part of in my time.
One of the biggest successes was the disaster management part of the work, which in many countries allowed much less damage to take place after a natural disaster than 10, 20 years before that work was done. Of course, you can't prevent natural disasters, but what you can do is take measures ahead of time so people are ready, and when it happens, that people know what to do, how to protect themselves, how aid can be rushed in, and how things can be rapidly rebuilt.
There are so many actors in development. There are many more countries offering development cooperation today than there were in 1966. So it is a competitive world, and what's important is that we are always open to new partnerships. We always have to be at the cutting edge of what is it that the countries are asking for that reasonably UNDP should adapt to provide. The developing countries world will be characterised by middle-income countries. Many will be upper middle-income countries. UNDP as an organisation has had to develop as countries have developed, and to change and improve and enhance the product and services that offers. That's why we're still in business after 50 years, and that's how we will strive to stay relevant to developing countries as they continue their journey going forward.